All right, guys, we are continuing with this book, I Am With You, and we are still in the first chapter. And this section is titled My Head Special Teams Coach. As you can hear, my voice is hoarse because we have started football. Football is awesome. It's finally here. Hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I do. All right, here we go. My Head Special Teams Coach. The title of this section is Intentional. Headship still matters. Positions still matter. Structure still matters. I'm not opposed to titles, and I'm definitely not opposed to leadership. That would be strange considering this is a leadership book. I believe titles can create clarity, ownership, improved decision making, and better execution when used properly. However, there's a difference between I am the head coach, so I will go first and risk. I will make the final decision in the best interest of the team when we are at a standstill. I will have the tough conversations, and I'm a head coach, do what I say. There's an obvious difference. Great headship is the protection of others, not the promotion of self. Headship is a sacrificial covering. Headship is entering the dark cave first. If I use headship as an excuse to get my way and assert my dominance, I probably need to reread the humility section 400 times. However, if I understand that headship is a call to lay my life down for those I am serving, then I will probably spend less time telling everyone I'm the head of the team. One of my favorite coaches I've ever been around, John Fossil, better known as Coach Bones, operated in the spirit of this chapter better than almost anyone I've ever met. I was with him from the time I was drafted by the Rams in April of 2017 until May of 2018 when I was released. He had as much impact on me as any coach I have ever had, and I have had some great coaches. He was my special teams coach. Special teams in the NFL is where many players fight to make the roster. If you're not one of the top paid players in the team, you are often competing for your spot through special teams. Each team brings 90 players into the offseason before eventually cutting the roster down to 53 active players and 10 practice squad players. The players in the back half of the roster are fighting for their jobs every single day. As someone who lived in that group, I can tell you that life is not stress-free. You watch your friends get cut. Opportunities are limited. And when your opportunities come, you better take advantage of it. Many special teams coaches operate at maximum intensity all of the time. Every meeting is a shouting match designed to get you ready to sprint down the field and throw your body into another human being. Trust me, I have nothing against that approach. I'm a meathead at heart. I will absolutely still be sitting in those meetings fired up and ready to go. But that wasn't Bones. He wasn't passive by any means. He was passionate beyond belief. I got a front row seat to someone who made the switch from job to joy. He brought joy everywhere he went. Here are a few examples. If a special teams meeting was scheduled for 40 minutes, he planned for 36. Why? Because he wanted 4 minutes for connection. If great conversations were happening in the room, he would let them continue, even if it meant the next meeting started a few minutes late. He rarely used the same special teams drill twice, and when we watched film of a drill, it was often him demonstrating it himself. He gave players flexibility with technique and welcomed conversation about how to accomplish something. He wasn't interested in demanding a particular method. The non-negotiables were culture-based, not technique-based. He gave himself the freedom to, quote, draw one up. One of his favorite stories is about sketching a kickoff return on a small card at halftime that eventually resulted in a touchdown. He built traditions unique to every team he coached. Certain meetings had themes. They were fun. This is about all I'm allowed to share because he wants to keep those traditions special and secret. He also loves a fake punt, which also fires me up. And he will absolutely call a fake punt. Look it up. The man is not afraid of risk. We'll probably talk about this more in the next chapter because connection driving performance was one of his superpowers. People loved playing for him. People will endure for someone they love far more than someone they fear. Perhaps the most enlightening thing about him was the way that he had the hard conversations. An NFL roster has 53 active players. Only 48 dress on game day. That means 5 players every single week are told they are not playing. Bones was always asking the head coach if he could be the one to deliver the bad news. Bones did not sit on a throne. He grabbed a crown of thorns.